Hello there. Incredibles 2 is the long-awaited sequel to the original movie, which was released all the way back in 2004. 2004! I wasn't even double digits then! Brad Bird returns as director, with Holly Hunter, Craig T. Nelson, and Samuel L. Jackson reprising their superhero roles from the original movie, with Michael Giacchino returning as this film's composer. I was sure that this was going to be good, even though, for the most part, long-awaited sequels do not satisfy. Most people saw Tron Legacy as an incomprehensible bore. The Phantom Menace is still probably the most hated sequel ever. It's actually rather seldom that we do get a long-awaited sequel that everyone likes, such as Mad Max Fury Road. Pixar, on the other hand, Toy Story 3 was released 11 years after Toy Story 2 and achieved financial and critical success. Finding Dory was released 13 years after Finding Nemo and also achieved financial and critical success. So far, it seems that Pixar is pretty good at making long-awaited sequels. But was it just a couple of coincidences? Or is this for real? It's for real. The Incredibles 2 kicks ass. Remember when Disney started another animation studio to make sequels to Pixar movies? Or you don't? Can't say that I blame you. Also, these 3 movies did bring back the original directors. Maybe that helped. Come to think of it, so did Mad Max Fury Road. No, it's not as good as the original, but it's still good by any standard. What's the story? We pick up right where the first one left off, with the rise of the Underminer. Which, wasn't that made into a video game? Anyway, even though they saved the city last time, supers still aren't quite favorable with the public yet. But Bob and Helen Parr, along with Frozone, are approached by a philanthropist and his sister that want to sponsor them back into hero work. They, however, decide to focus on Elastigirl first, surprising Bob and infuriating a bunch of internet strawmen complaining about feminism. Yeah, Pixar, how dare you do something different with superhero movies? So Helen is the breadwinner. I could not stop staring at her ass. Bob is a stay-at-home dad who has to, in what ways he can, has to help Violet with her adolescent girl problems, as well as handle Jack, whose powers are coming in, and proves himself to be quite a handful, while Dash is pretty superfluous, actually. Yeah, remember from the first one where he was feeling frustrated from not being able to use his powers? I can understand them not wanting to do the exact same thing again, but couldn't you guys have given us something? While I was watching the movie, I was worried that Jack would eventually be used as a Deus Ex Machina, but luckily, Brad Bird writes the script a lot smarter than that. There is no Deus Ex Machina! The animation is very good looking, and the action is as exciting as hell. For a villain, we have the Screen Slaver, and he pretty much sucks in comparison to Syndrome. He gets very little screen time, and the movie tries to create something of a mystery around this character, which I predicted earlier than what I'm assuming the filmmakers were hoping I would. Despite these flaws, Incredibles 2 is a worthy sequel to a Pixar classic that's worth your time and money. Take your kids, take your girlfriend, or just see it by yourself. Most of the people going to see this are probably adults that saw the first one in childhood. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Subscribe for more. Share it with your friends. Sayonara.